I am back with football and entertainment star Terry Bradshaw. Terry, you are returning to Branson at the Clay Cooper Theater for more performances of the Terry Bradshaw Show. So, Terry, what exactly will people experience when they attend your show?
Well, first of all, I'll be back August 21st, 29th, and August 31st will be my last show. We'll probably pick up more shows for the fall. When they come see the show, they'll be surprised at my attempt to sing. I didn't say I could, but we do sing. I think we sing 9 songs in the show, and the show is a lot of me talking to the audience, a lot of fun stuff, interaction. It's a good, uplifting show. I will say I sing really good some nights. I haven't adjusted Blake to the drainage. The allergies kill me up there, and as a singer, hard to hold the notes with the drainage in your. It's really difficult, very difficult. But the show is a fun show, and it's an uplifting show. It's a positive show, and it's funny.
Yeah.
And people have a good time, and I'm up there to entertain them and make sure they have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you speak a lot about music in the show, so
Right.
can audience goers expect original music from the performance, and if so, who wrote that?
Goldstein, a writer from New York City, the show was originally designed to go to Broadway, and the original script was 143 pages.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, it took me a year doing all the other things and then putting the 143 pages to, you can't memorize, you got to learn it. And then I said, this is way too much. It's a 2-hour show. So I decided to cut the show back to 70 minutes for Vegas. And I did a show the other night in Branson, was 1 hour and 50 minutes.
Okay.
So I've added, I only have 1, 2, 3 original songs are in the show. Some of the songs that are in the show, there's 3 of those that are designed for Broadway that describe my life in music. And the show originally was Terry Bradshaw, America's favorite dumb blonde, a life in 4 quarters. That was the title.
I love it.
And I cut all of that out, threw it in the garbage can, and I said, the heck with this structure. I'm not a guy that does well with structure. I'm better off freewheeling. So I took the outline of the show, added a bunch of Hank Williams, Glenn Campbell, the Everly Brothers, and took those songs because I opened the show up with Boot, Scoot, and Boogie. I'll go into Elijah and then Cold, Cold Heart. And I love singing those songs.
Yeah.
And then I talk to the audience, tell them why I'm there, and it just goes from there, Blake. It's just a fun show. Yeah. I think it's a fun show.
Yeah, exactly. Now, okay, going into the origin story a little bit of this show, how did you decide to come up with the idea for it, and why do you feel like now is the perfect time for you to be performing it?
My former manager, who's passed away, David Gershenson, loved me. He was the one that took me to Burt Reynolds and got me in the movies. He always saw me, and he's heard me sing, and he said, my God, I didn't know you could sing. And he heard me speak, and he said, God, you really are an entertainer. He says, all these things I didn't know about you, because we were doing movies and television. And he was the one that said, you got to go to Vegas. This show's for Vegas. So he brought in a producer from Vegas who had a hit show in Vegas to watch me speak. And when he heard me speak, afterwards he said, you got to write a show for Vegas. You can do this. This is amazing. So he blew me up and got my ego out of control. And so I hired some people from LA who put the show together with New York. And the show originally was designed for Vegas. Mm-hmm. I mean, for Broadway. And then we narrowed it down and got the show down to a 90-minute show, had to be edited to 70 minutes for Vegas. And that's how it started. David Gershenson to Goldstein to Anita Mann, who you choreographed, Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley, all their shows in Vegas. She choreographed the Bradshaw show in Vegas. And it's her outline that I use today in the show.
Yeah, yeah. Terry, tell me, this is my final question. What do you love about performing the show in Branson?
I love making people. I love to watch people smile. I like to make people. I can't make them happy, but I think I can bring 90 minutes of fun into their life and help them. If they've got problems, maybe they can bury those for a while.
Yeah.
I like shaking their hands. We all have heroes, and we all have people we'd love to meet to see what they were like. And I realize people want to meet me. I'm not naive to know. I'm not naive to know that that's not a fact.
Sure.
I enjoy it. I love people, and I just love making them laugh and feel happy. That thrills me. I just get the biggest kick. I do the same thing on television. It's all about entertainment. It's all about making you feel good.
Yeah.
And that's what I strive to do in the show and on TV.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Terry, I feel like that's super obvious. Even through the Zoom, I can tell that. Thank you so much for joining me. This has seriously been such an honor. The Terry Bradshaw Show at the Clay Cooper Theater down in Branson. Do not miss it. Thank you, Terry.
Thank you so much, Blake.